Hi, I'm Patsy Burdine with Play Tall, Not Small. You know, I played small most of my life, not intentionally. And not like I want to get in your business or anything, but you probably have too. In fact, no one that I have talked to has not admitted to playing a little smaller than they could have in any area of their life. So today I want to talk to you about getting unstoppable confidence with maximum results, whether it's in your relationships or it's in a business or motherhood, or you could name a million different things that you'd love to get the best benefits and best results out of. And we're going to talk about doing that and having incredible confidence to do it. You know, successful people have a lot in common, but the most important thing that they have in common is they think differently. That's right. Successful people just think differently. They don't think from a place of lack. They don't think about what could go wrong. They don't think about it never works for me. They don't really have those thoughts. They've either chosen or don't have a programming for those kind of thoughts. They think about the possibilities and all the opportunities that are out there. That's what successful people think about. And so they have that in common. Let's talk about thoughts. Do you know that we have like 85,000 thoughts a day? 85,000 thoughts a day. That's like a constant, non-stop stream of thoughts that we have. Now, women have more thoughts than men. Men have probably 75,000 thoughts. And that's a whole nother lesson. But today we're going to talk about us, about women, 85,000 thoughts a day on average. Now, what they have found out, scientists have found out, is that, and this is a little scary, 80% of those thoughts are repetitive. So 80% of the thoughts you think today, actually you thought yesterday, and you thought the day before that, and you thought the day before that. Scary, I know. Here's some scarier news. What they also know is 85% of those repetitive thoughts are actually negative. They throw out a negative vibe, a negative response to the scientists who are looking at them. They throw it out, it's negative. 85% of what you think, which is every day, is a negative thought. That's like 50,000 thoughts a day. Negative thoughts a day. That's average. So if you're really good and you're really, really successful, you probably still have 20,000, right? We all have some negative thoughts. Where do those come from? Well, a few places, but mostly your brain is wired to keep you safe. So it is kind of an archaic wiring, kind of a caveman, cavewoman wiring to keep you safe. So lions and tigers and bears, you know, they didn't go out of their cave without each other. They didn't go out without their weapons, and you know, they had to, it was a sense of survival. And so part of our brain is still kind of archaic, and it still attempts to keep you safe at all cost. That means at the cost of success, at the cost of doing really well. It will try to keep you safe at all costs. So if I picked up the phone to call a bookstore to let them know who I was and that I have books that I've authored, I'd like them to know about them. I would love to get to know them and come and drop by their store. I'd love them to see my books. If I had any inkling that there may be a negative response on the phone, I might have a fearful thought about that. You see? And my brain would say, that's not such a good idea. Don't pick up the phone. It could be scary. See, it's keeping me safe at all costs. But at all costs is a big cost. So if we could rewire that thinking, and we can, if we could rewire that to get maximum confidence and maximum results, and then we would lead better lives. We would have better relationships because we think different thoughts. That's one way. So archaic thoughts keeping us safe is one way that those negative thoughts happen. The other way that those negative thoughts happen are basic programming. You know, we've had 10, 20, 30, 40 years of the same kind of negative thing. Negative maybe in childhood childhood. Negative maybe because that's what we're around day after day. But it is a constant stream that's created this rut in our brain of a thought process. And that thought process then becomes this belief system. You believe that it's not possible for you, or you believe that marriage isn't any fun, or whatever your thoughts are. You have this standard of truth because this rut of thoughts have gone the same way and the same way and the same way over a long period of time. So that's another way that those negative thoughts get there. Well, can we change anything about that? Well, you can. You can actually have a change of thought through your subconscious mind. You have control over your subconscious mind. You also can change something called neurogenesis, can change the neurons in your brain. This is fascinating. So neurogenesis is a process of creating new neurons that were never there before. You can actually do that. Isn't that incredible? Our bodies are incredible things. So there's lots of different ways that you can achieve that. It is a process. You do have to figure out, what am I thinking? How am I wired? Why am I wired that way? How did that get there? Where was that born? What's going on here? So, and how do I want to change that? What are the results that I want? What are the benefits that I want? What do I want out of this that's different than what I have right now? Yes. So, so you have to start that process, and then how am I going to fix that? And let's make a plan, and let's get that started so you can get really, really, really great results out of unbelievable confidence every day, day after day, regardless of your circumstances and what gets thrown your way. You can always have control. Isn't that exciting? So, what wildly successful people do differently is they think differently. I would love for you to check out our website and look around for all the different resources that we have to help you do that too, and to feed your brain better thoughts. And I look forward to working with you. Thanks so much. Play tall today.